Peace to the family. I want to start off by saying happy solstice. Today is the summer solstice, which is the longest day of the year. It's a day that's highly revered in ancient cultures by astronomers, stargazers, a whole plethora of people. But today I woke up fully energized, and I looked at the calendar. You know, it's June the 21st, June the 20th, June 21st. It's when the summer solstice generally falls. I remember that from years and years ago when I was a child, learning about the sun, right? And how the sun moved throughout the solar system, how the planets move around the sun, to be exact. But the sun was important to me because of vitiligo, right? And one of the treatments that they used for vitiligo was ultraviolet light. I remember they used to put me in a light chamber with purple lights, right? And I had a dermatologist who was a Holocaust survivor, and he would always, tell me about the sun and how the sun stimulated the pineal melanin gland, along with vitamin D synthesis. I think vitamin K. He also mentioned vitamin K. So when I was a young boy, my mother would always put me in the sun, and I would be sun gazing. That's exactly what I would be doing. I'd be sun gazing, right? Getting the sun to repigment my skin, right? But as I grew older, I found a lot of people in the metaphysical community and different first world people who would, advocate sun gazing as a method of purifying the body, period, without vitiligo, just sun gazing. So the best time for sun gazing is early morning with the rising sun. I don't remember what X factor, A factor. You have to research that for yourself. But early morning sunlight is good for you, as well as the evening sun, right? The evening sun also provides lithium, right? So it's a naturally calming phenomenon that you can get just by gazing at the sun. You don't look directly at the sun and not for a long time, but you allow the sun to enter into your eyes. You know what I'm saying? You take in the natural light quickly. I would say, maybe 5 to 10 seconds, just in and out, in and out, in and out during what they call the golden time of day, which is sunset, and in the morning at the rising of the Ra. You know what I'm saying? Ra was a Kemetic deity of the sun, right? So, this being the summer solstice, I'm just feeling good and taking in the sun. Here in the United States of America, it's summer. We've gone through a period of rain, the rainy season. With climate change, it's cyclical. It's very cyclical. So we've had more rain this year than usual. But the weather pattern reminds me of maybe let's see, the 80s. Say from about 1983, 84, 85. So that weather cycle is probably a 40 year, 50 year cycle. I remember in 81 when we first moved to Georgia, we would have so much rain. I thought it was the monsoons. I thought it was a monsoon rain, right? Just like in India, right? When I came to Georgia, I saw Indian people, and somehow, some way, I picked up that word monsoon, monsoon rains, because it would rain. Rain like I had never saw before, and rain that is akin to the rainy season in West Africa, right? I can only compare it to that. But I remember when I was young, there was a song, "I Love a Rainy Night," by Eddie Rabbitt, right? And then it was "Rainy Night in Georgia." I think that's Brooke Benton. But yeah, we're very attached to nature, right? So think about songs about the rain, but then think about songs about the sun, right? But you have Bob Marley, "Sun is Shining," the weather is sweet, right? Makes you want to move your dancing feet. "Sun is Shining," beautiful song. All right. Think about the Beatles. "Here Comes the Sun." Here comes the sun. On this summer solstice day, take time to reflect and give gratitude to the sun and the sun's rays and what the sun provides us with. The sun shines on everybody, right? Rich and poor, big and small. The sun doesn't discriminate, right? The sun is hot, right? But the sun also gives you warmth. So take time and be cognizant and be grateful that the sun is shining. No matter what you may be feeling, no matter what you're going through, the sun is still shining, right? And take time to just take your shoes off, put your feet in the grass, feel the natural earth, collect the energy of the earth, and you will feel better, right? We're so disconnected from nature in so many ways that it has begun to make us like inhuman humans. I don't want to say that people are cyborgs or androids or anything like that, but we're not as close to the earth as our ancestors are. I don't care what your racial phenotype is, but today, and I'm speaking for developed nations, we're not as close to nature as our ancestors have been. And our ancestors, they lived better lives than we did with less. So I'm grateful to wake up this morning and the sun is still shining for everybody, right? So with that, I want you to enjoy your day and be cognizant about nature, right? Sun, moon, and the stars, right? It's nothing that you have to go out in left field and become obsessed with it, but just be cognizant of it and grateful for it, right? Be grateful for the rain that fell. Be grateful for the sun that's shining. Be grateful for the wind that's blowing, right? These are things that are absolutely free, but are absolutely necessary for our living and our life, right? And if we all become one with nature, the better off we'll be, right? If we can begin to be grateful for nature, then maybe we can begin to be grateful for one another. My thoughts are for reconciliation and peace in the world that we live in. We all have our opinions about the politics and the policies of the governments of this world, but still the sun is shining, and we have to be grateful for that. All right, so with that, I say peace.